Good morning. It's time to get in touch. Brought to you by Geisinger Muncie and Jersey Shore. State-of-the-art healthcare close to home. Every week, this public affairs show shines a spotlight on people and programs in our communities that improve the quality of life in Lycoming County and beyond. I'm Freddi Hammer, host of In Touch and news director at Backyard Broadcasting. Joining me today is my friend Ron Frick, and it's nice to see the president and CEO of the United Way of North Central Pennsylvania. It's always a pleasure that you come over here. I love it when you come over and see me.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
Always fun to come in.
Well, we're excited about the fact that you had the United for Impact annual dinner, and they were honoring a great community leader, Barbara Hudak, and we just wanted to hear a little bit about that. But first, let's talk about this name change that I had to make sure I wrote down properly.
Yes. So many people still in our community do not know that we have been a United Way that serves 3 counties since 2013.
Okay.
And so for many years, we've served Sullivan and Tioga County, and we decided with some nudging from our friends up north that maybe now is the time for a name change. Okay. And so we beat it around a little bit, and we went to the board and we said, you know what, let's recognize the inclusiveness that we have in all 3 counties. And so we changed the name on July 1st to United Way of North Central Pennsylvania in recognition of our partnerships in Tioga and Sullivan County.
You had to get new shirts and stuff, I see.
New shirts, new signs, new websites,
new pens,
new everything. Yes, new. So we're still officially for IRS purposes Lycoming County United Way, but we're trading as United Way of North Central Pennsylvania.
As a brand, I love it.
Yeah, it's a new brand.
Well, tell me a little bit about the Dickey Award and Barbara Hudak.
Yeah, so coming up on October the 14th, we will be honoring Barbara Hudak as the 2024 Douglas C. Dickey Humanitarian Award winner. Okay. This is an award that we have given to 79 different people over the last many decades.
And you're one of them.
I'm one of them.
That's so nice.
I was honored in 2004. It's been a while, but Barbara is a fantastic person and philanthropist in our community. She's been a huge supporter of not only the United Way, but also many, many charities in our community, and supports her employees to do the same thing, not only giving, but also volunteering and lots of other things. So we're thrilled to have Barbara as our honoree this year. And then there's 3 other different awards that we're going to also present, which are surprises at this point.
Oh, okay.
But we honor the Harriet Lenhart Women's Memorial Award, which is named after Donna Bastian's mom, Harriet Lenhart.
Okay.
Harriet was the first woman campaign chair, also the first woman board chair.
Groundbreaker.
And the first person in the history of the organization to raise $1 million in the campaign.
Oh, my gosh, that's great.
So we thought that was plenty of kudos for Harriet to be able to name this award after her. And we've had a couple of award winners already, Mary Jo Bauer and Mary Wolf and Katrina Wilkins from Sullivan County. We're going to pick somebody new this year. And then there's a President's Award, which is really to honor somebody who's done a lot of work for us in community impact. And then last but not least is our sort of resource development campaign fundraising volunteer award. Last year, we awarded the Douglas J. Shangraw Memorial Award to Reverend Brad Walmer.
Nice.
And we got somebody in line for this year. So should be a great night. Last but not least, we're awarding several innovation grants this year for the first time.
Okay.
We asked the community to apply, had 21 people apply for up to $25,000. So we're going to award about $100,000 in the next couple of weeks to 4 to 6, depends on who we pick, really worthwhile organizations that are new to the United Way in many cases, but have applied through all 3 counties. So very excited about that.
Isn't that kind of like a think tank situation when you have innovation grants? I mean, they're coming up with brand new ideas and being helped to come up with great stuff for the community.
Yep. And ideas that necessarily would not have been done in the community. So no duplication, brand new organizations and programs that we haven't funded before and are doing great work in our community.
Can the public go to this event?
Yeah, we'll probably have a few tickets available. We've invited many of the folks who have been here in the past, but I would say if folks want to reach out and come, contact us at the United Way office at 323-9448, and we will take a reservation. And if we have space, the Holiday Inn has been gracious enough to host us again this year.
Nice.
And we've been sold out for the last 4 or 5 years. So,
oh, I love that. People
super
really
excited.
want to help you out. You've sort of moved into this level of, it's like a middleman level.
Yeah, I mean, we for decades, and really over a century now, have helped community partners. We've taken a little bit different approach. The innovation grants is one way to do that.
Okay.
We have some other programs, Project Lifesaver. We did some work around Too Small to Fail with kids' reading programs this year, and some things that we did this year that were really programs that were initiated on behalf of the community by the United Way and by the United Way team. So a little bit of a different approach for areas that we didn't think were being met, by other partners.
And nice to bring in Sullivan and Tioga counties into all these decisions, too.
So we have 5 partners that we support right now in Tioga County and 2 in Sullivan County, and we'll probably have at least a few more from the Innovation Grant application. So
there's some activities here coming up this fall. What Socktober is like right away, coming up very soon.
Yes. So my friend Anna Radspinner, who a lot of people know as the string teacher at the Curtin Intermediate School for, I think, about 11 or 12 years now, has done what she calls Socktober.
Okay.
Kicked off yesterday.
Okay.
At the Curtin School. We call that day Socktober Fest. And that will kick off an entire month of folks dropping off socks and kids raising money and bringing socks into school so that they can help 5 different nonprofits in the community that help serve the homeless population. So our United Way is a Bombas partner.
Okay.
So many folks buy Bombas socks, and one of the things that Bombas does as a certified B corporation is that a percentage of their profits are then donated back to the community. So Bombas does that in the way of making another pair of socks. So if you buy a pair, Bombas donates a pair.
Wow.
Yeah, and we are the recipients of the second pair.
Okay.
And so on average, 1,500 to 2,000 pairs of socks are delivered to our office every January or February. And we then give some of those socks, in this case, 1,500 pairs of socks to Curtin. And then what we do is we have the kids have an understanding that since Bombas sells a pair and gives a pair, they're going to get 2 pairs of socks in a bag with some other information about 211 and single care and some other things that we do in the community. But in that bag is going to be 2 pairs of socks. If the child or the family needs the pair of socks, then they keep the pair and they donate the second pair back to Mrs. Radspinner, and then she donates them out to all these nonprofits in the community that need them.
Wonderful.
Some kids can need both pairs. They can keep both pairs. Some kids don't need anything, and they donate them both back. So, at least 700 or 800 pairs of socks are going back into the community through Socktober, so the kids get an education. And it's another way for us to help distribute those socks to the same organizations that we would help as part of our programs. So it's really a win-win for everybody.
Sure is. Tell me, we talk about which nonprofits are going to be helped through Socktober?
Yeah, so the nonprofits are going to be helped, and these are the same ones that we've helped in prior years. So the American Rescue Workers, the YWCA, mostly children's socks to the YWCA, West End Christian Community Center, Sojourner Truth Ministries, and Family Promise of Lycoming County. So they will all get a supply of socks as a result of this project. That's really a way to teach kids about how to support their community and part of the culture at Curtin.
Paying it forward, really, for the kids.
It's an awesome program.
And I guess you're going to be able to do like an Amazon account, too, or there's like a wish list or something.
Yep, so there is an Amazon wish list, and each of the kids will get a flyer that'll probably have a QR code in some way for the parents or their friends to be able to actually go online and give through the Amazon wish list. And there's a number of packages of socks that you can actually buy, and then they'll deliver them directly to Curtin.
Socks and stuff are so important. That's like the number one thing they ask for, I guess, when it comes to needs.
In the homeless population right now, socks, believe it or not, T-shirts and underwear. Those are and now Bombas is actually in the T-shirt and underwear space, trying to build that up to the point that the sock distribution is. So we hope in the next couple of years to be able to get underwear to be able to share too. So
I know a couple colleagues around here. They wear their Bombas socks and they show them off.
Oh, I know. I wear them all the time. They're very comfortable, and then they're guaranteed for life. So
great. You can send them back, and they'll send you a new pair if you get the hole in them.
Yep. And the ones that they produce for us to distribute are actually special socks that are made specifically for folks in the homeless population. So reinforced heels, reinforced toes, special elastic. I mean, just really built to last for a long time.
All right. So another program that's coming up, I guess, Socktober continues through October 31st.
Correct.
And then what comes up after that?
The next thing for us is the Live United Music event.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. This is the 5th year.
This is the 5th year. So that's November the 8th.
Okay.
At the Community Arts Center. Last year, most of you remember, we had another visit, I think our 3rd visit from Michael Cavanaugh and a complete orchestra, and then some local folks that participated in the show. This year, we're doing an all-local show again. If folks remember back 2 years, when we had Brennan Hepler, who goes by being American Idol phenomenon, Dylan Rockoff, who's a local Loyalsock kid, and Amanda Miller this year. But we had Morgan Miles a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan's knocking it out of the park right now and doing a lot of work in Nashville and all over the country. So this year, Amanda is coming to join us. She's new this year. She's also an Uptown Music Collective kid.
Of course. Been
around and has done a lot of different things. Did Rock of Ages in Las Vegas as a performer. She toured as a backup singer for Rod Stewart and did choreography. Just a fantastic, fantastic young lady, and she's gonna be another one of the folks that are joining us this year. And then we have a number of folks, some who have been here before. Mallory Gardner, Mallory Scopa, many folks know, has been here. Kimbo Reichley, we had a couple of years ago. Nicole Mealy, who's a local business owner,
sure,
and a great voice. She's going to be joining us this year and doing a piece.
I love that.
Pete Codaspoti, who was a member of Brothers and Others, for those of us who have been around to remember that band. They still get together every once in a while. And then last but not least, in partnership with Journey Bank does a teen competition. And this year, Jaslyn Shand, who was one of the finalists for that competition, is going to be joining us on stage. She's a Williamsport High School student, and she's going to be joining us as part of the program this year. So super excited about an all-local cast. Tickets are on sale at CAC Live. You can get your tickets now. You can get tickets as low as $25. Okay. So it's a reasonable cost for most folks. And then there's some tickets that are for sale in the $50 and $55 range. So plenty of tickets still for sale. Go ahead and go out there and call our friend Carol at the Community Arts Center or go online and order your tickets. Have you gotten in touch with Michael Cavanaugh throughout the year? Have you been keeping up with him? We keep in touch. Okay, good. We have a relationship now. He's kind of part of our family here in Williamsport. Yes, he is. We just decided this year, just because of the timing and because of when we're doing it, that we wanted to do an all local show this year. And Michael's got a couple of other shows that we might invite him back to do. So who knows? I mean, we're talking about a couple things. Walt Strayton, who many of you know has helped us for years as the executive producer of the show. Walt is working pretty hard to get all this pulled together, and Rob Byam's doing some arrangements, and it'll be fantastic. So if you haven't been able to join us before, and many people have, there's still plenty of time to get tickets, and we hope to see everybody on November 8th. It's like a family reunion for Uptown Music Collective in a way, and inspires the kids that are a part of it now. Yeah, and we've talked to the Uptown kids, and Dave Brumball would probably echo this. Those kids really love to be back on stage in their own hometown. Yeah. And, they've all become famous in their own way. And so having them back and having, parents and friends in the community come back to support them and support the United Way at the same time is really a win-win for everybody. And we're just thrilled that everybody has time to come back. And then I think a couple of weeks later, actually, some of them are coming back because Dave's doing a 25th anniversary celebration for Uptown. So I think you'll probably get a chance to see them more than once. I love that they're doing that. They're going to be open up for Kansas. Yes. Too. Yep. Fabulous organization. We're very lucky to have them and very lucky to be able to work with them on projects like this. Sure. Well, okay. So we're dealing with fundraising and all the different things that you want to do. Do you have this long-term goal, or is this the $2 million year that you're working on? Well, yeah, $2 million would be a great year. Oh, okay. It's been a real challenge. There's lots of good organizations that people want to support. Times are still pretty tough. I mean, the economy's not booming in a lot of places where people think it should be. And so it's become really, really tough to get people to understand the value of an organization like the United Way and what we do for multiple areas of the community and what we're doing obviously in multiple communities. So it's really a difficult time. I mean, the most money we ever raised as an organization was a little over $1.6 million. Okay. And that was back in around 2012, 2013 when the local Marcellus Shale business was really doing well. And we had a couple $100,000 of support from organizations like that. Some of them still support us in different ways. Sure. But the actual push that was really hot back in 12 and 13, that's really not there anymore. And lots of people are given directly to organizations that we support. And some of those organizations that we support have their own development officers that are out calling on, some of the same folks. So we still think we have a role in the community. We still think we make a positive impact. And really what we're trying to do is in areas like healthy communities and youth education and opportunity and financial security and most recently community resiliency, we're really trying to find projects that we can help in individual communities to try to do some of that. as an example, I was just in Sullivan County a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
There's some serious flooding that took place up there a couple of months ago. There's still folks that are pumping water out of basements, and we popped up a flood fund that we partnered with CNN Bank and some others in the community, and we're able to raise some money online for flood victims. And so in eastern Lycoming County and in Sullivan County, we're trying to deploy some of those funds. And again, those are community funds that people are donating to be able to support friends and neighbors. And the guy that's still pumping water out of his basement was thrilled to have a bunch of people showing up and looking for ways to help him. So
yeah,
hopefully we'll be able to deploy some of those assets as well.
And new corporate partners in these other counties too, Sullivan and Tioga counties. And when you're talking about northern things up in the upper tier, you're finding new energy companies and different groups that are coming forth.
Yep. Still a lot of big supporters in those communities that have been supporters for years. UPMC, UGI Energy, and CNN Bank in Tioga County. Procter & Gamble, which has a plant in Mahoopany, Pennsylvania, which is in Wyoming County, actually supports us with close to $40,000 a year from employees that live in Sullivan County that donate back to our United Way to be able to support programs in Sullivan County. So they've been a huge organization nationwide for lots of United Ways, but we're very happy to have them in nearby Wyoming County. So they support 6 United Ways and a campaign that's $500,000 to $600,000 a year from their employees.
Wonderful.
Yeah, employees, retirees, everybody.
Great.
And then some of the usual. UPMC again is our presenting sponsor for Live United Music, and we've got a couple of new sponsors this year that are coming in to support us for that event. And always a challenge, but a lot of friends in the community that support not only our United Way, but other nonprofits in the community that really need the help. So we're grateful for everyone that supports us.
You do have this sort of a legion of people that are in the corporate sector that are helping in that way. And then you have a lot of people that are hoping to be helped. And you're talking about 211, which is such a great resource for everybody. Yeah,
211 just continues to expand. It's a challenge to be able to meet the demands of the system and what people are asking for. We probably get in the neighborhood of 5 to 10 calls a day for folks who either don't know about 211 or aren't able to access resources. We still have some wait times for 211, and we're trying to make sure that we have employees that are compassionate and are asking the right questions and getting people to the right resources. So 211 is really a resource center. Our 211 center is located in Wilkes-Barre. They manage a number of counties in northeastern and central Pennsylvania. So if you call and you need, homeless services, or you need food, or you need, utility assistance, 211 is really the best one-stop resource for people to call to get that kind of help without having to call around and talk to all the nonprofits in the community.
Sure.
And find out where the resources are. So we always suggest that people call 211 first. There's a lot of ways to access 211. You can either call that number from your phone or your cell phone, whatever, and then, or you can actually text your zip code. So if you're living in the Williamsport area and you text 17701 to 898-211, you will get a response from a navigator in Wilkes-Barre that will say, what is your question? What is your issue? You can respond back and forth by text, and if they need to talk to you by phone, then they'll give you a call. The last way to do it is to go online to www.pa211.org, pa211.org, and you can find all of the same resources online. So if you type in your zip code and say, I'm looking for, homeless services in Lycoming County, and type in 17701, you will get a list of those organizations that are supporting the homeless population in the community.
Do you feel like it's a calm before the storm as we see potential changes coming with different money that's not coming federally?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a problem. I mean, we're fortunate in that most of the money that we raise from our communities is privately funded. Great. So we like to tell people that the United Way is, if not the number one of the top privately funded nonprofits in the world. And the important part of that is that it's you and I and folks that we know that are making contributions either directly through their payroll or by QR code or internet, whatever way they want to do it, versus having to rely on federal and state funding. And so when budgets don't get passed and there's kinds of challenges that are going on in the community right now, it's really helpful for us not to have to rely on a lot of that.
Absolutely. Well, okay, so we got that going on, and we got Live United in Music, and that's coming up. And what's the date for that?
November the 8th.
November the 8th. You didn't bring a friend with you today, so I'm thinking you need people in your office to either volunteer or work with you.
It's it's a busy time of year for sure. And we have a very supportive board and a lot of volunteers. We wrapped up a pretty exciting and fruitful kids carnival back in August. We had a lot of volunteers involved in that. And that's a partnership that we've done for, I don't know, probably 10 years now with our friends on Pine Square, and now the Crooked Goose, in addition to the Brickyard and Stonehouse.
Wonderful.
Just a nice, fun couple of hours on a Friday afternoon. Tickets for kids and dunk tanks, and it's a blast. And we'll raise a couple $1,000s. The Brickyard's very supportive. They provide all the games. They built them all and help us put up tents, and the staff is just terrific. So shout out to Tony and Katie and everybody at the Pine Square group that help us out to do that event. Because again, it's not intended to be a moneymaker for the most part. It's intended to be fun and to be able to recognize the fact that we do have partners like that in the community that support us.
Now, is the website the same?
The website is changed.
Okay.
It was lcuw.org, but now it is UWNCPA, United Way, North Central PA, UWNCPA.org.
Now, if you go to lcuw.org, is it going to push you over there?
Yeah, it'll push you over.
That's good. We'll redo our little bookmarks.
Yes. So UWNCPA. And we've revamped a lot of things on the website. So there's some more interesting things. When we changed the name, we went back out in the community and talked about some of the projects that we're doing and really showing the community in all 3 counties that we're rooted in the community. And we've been that way for, over 100 years now. So pretty exciting.
Do you have room in your office for people to drop off socks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so call ahead so we make sure someone's there to get your socks. But yeah, you can drop off socks during the entire month of October. You can drop them off at our office, give us a call, or you can drop them off at Curtin. You can do it directly.
Okay.
You can do it through Amazon, or you call a friend, drop it off with one of your neighbors that goes to Curtin, and the kids will take them in and help us distribute them. All
right. You got any good ideas that are sort of percolating that aren't on the books yet, but you're waiting to reveal?
No, there's a lot going on right now, so we're trying not to take on too much more. But yeah, it's been an exciting year, and we're looking forward to what 2026 has in store for us too. So.
Well, I'm thrilled to have you here today. Ron Frick, President and CEO of the United Way of North Central Pennsylvania, with a new name, new website, uwncpa.org. Ron, it's always lovely to hear about you and all the different things and the people that you're helping and the people who help you. It's like it works pay forward.
Listen, and we couldn't do it without support from the community. So, this show, what you do for this community, what Backyard Broadcasting does is really, really appreciated. And so I'm always happy to come have a conversation with my friend Freddi. So
thank you.
Hopefully everybody tunes in and continues to support the work that you're doing here.
And then, of course, it's on demand at our Backyard Broadcasting website.
Yes, you can listen to it forever. And we'll share it, so we'll make sure that you all know on social media.
That sounds good. It's Socktober, so get over there to Curtin Elementary if you want to just drop off some socks or talk to the folks at United Way here in Williamsport. And we're just so thrilled to have you, Ron. Just have a great time, and good luck with all of your fundraising.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for being on In Touch today.
In Touch is locally produced in our studios at 1685 4 Mile Drive in Williamsport. To get in touch with us for questions, comments, or topic ideas, call weekdays 570-323-8200 or email me at fhammer@backyardbroadcasting.com. For archived files of our In Touch shows, find our Backyard Podcasting link on any Backyard Broadcasting website or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Backyard Broadcasting. The programming discussed here on In Touch does not necessarily reflect the feelings or opinions of the management or staff. Thanks for listening to In Touch. Brought to you by Geisinger, Muncie, and Jersey Shore. State-of-the-art healthcare close to home.